just the way I played, just all around, just very few loose shots. I think I can really pick out maybe one that I was, that was poor. So just the consistency in everything, really, the way that I drove it, my own play, my putting. That was it was yeah, the performance of it was it was an all round thing. Oh, extremely, extremely, because sometimes even it's still quite firm. So even the downwind holes were playing just as tough as uh, the interwind holes, as crazy as that seems. So yeah, it was, and then you're fighting the brolly, and everything seems to take more out of you, and you're using up more energy and everything. So um, yeah, I don't know what it looked like on TV, but that stretch was hard. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I just love it. It's the reception that you get on the first tee and the walk into it, and obviously the 18 grandstand. It's to me, there's just nothing like it. So, and everyone's so knowledgeable as well. Everyone understands what a good shot is, and even though there probably wasn't too much clapping when it was absolutely hammering it down, which I don't blame them because they all got brollies up. But no, it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, of course, of course. It's you're kind of trying to channel that confidence because you know, although I've done well, it doesn't necessarily mean that this time round, because there's so many variables in links golf doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen again, kind of thing. I've still got to work for it. I've still got to work on every shot, try my best. But yes, certainly, having that experience of knowing that I can do it is always a great thing. Yeah, oh, that's a good question. I'd have to go back through every single one. I think my ability probably to, if I make a mistake, not compound it. I think that's one thing that I've been impressed with. Certainly, because quite a few of the days that I've played in opens have been tough, have been difficult. So you are going to make mistakes. Um, so there probably is that side mentally, but then also just as easy as that is how I've played. I've just seemed to play a lot better in them. And I can't tell you exactly why that is, but yeah, I guess you don't do it through bad golf. um, the secret, I think, there's a couple, but I think mainly so when people probably come over is being able to understand how far to hit half shots, different flights, start lines, because that, and then adapting that into then where am I pitching it? Because as I say, it's still firm. I've been hitting 9 irons over 200 yards. I was hitting like an 8 iron on 17, even though it went long. My purpose was to hit it 120. So there's a lot of that. It's not just kind of stand there and hit it. So I think being able to adapt and understand exactly and hit those kind of shots. Um, Yeah, I mean, like always, everyone can hit great shots, like, and everyone will do it in a tournament. But I think everyone just searches for consistency, and I think that's basically what you aim for. Um, that then obviously comes off when you're more consistent. You end up being pin high more, and you're able to control your flight and everything like that. So, um, yeah, you've got a few good questions that I could go on about. I came 3 weeks ago. Well, 3 weeks ago probably, just to scout it out because it can be in the practice rounds. It can be a lot more chaotic. So we did that at Troon as well, just to get an idea. Yeah, I mean, funny enough, when I've turned up at Troon previously and here, the weather's been it was quite difficult. It was quite windy, so I end up playing like it was today. I end up playing a really hard golf course, so I end up playing it thinking, coming off, going, God, this is going to be a real test again. Um, and then, fortunately enough, by the time I get there, I play a bit better, and I've obviously made a few more birdies. So yeah, it definitely obviously helps coming early. Uh, I obviously do. I understand what I've done previously. Um, and yeah, I think the confidence is not necessarily maybe based on the two previous opens, which does help. It's more based on how I think I've been mainly kind of the last year, last 9 months kind of thing, and how I've performed then. So I think both of them combined probably add a bit of confidence. But as I say, last week I missed the cut, so it's golf's very up and down. Okay. Yeah, that was probably. I know I made a couple of mistakes, but that was probably the best I'd played. I think maybe throughout the few rounds. Certainly close to it. It's certainly up there anyway. So yeah, it's yeah, it's hard to categorise because obviously, yeah, you look at the Saturday of Troon last year and it was horrific. It really was horrendous. How do you compare that to this? I don't know. But I can definitely say I have a good feeling coming off like I do now. Porthcawl, yeah, I played the British Am there, I think. Yes, it was. Sorry, it shouldn't be a long time ago, but it seems to be now. Um, I, I remember it being an amazing course. I remember the prevailing wind at the start when we played 1, 2, 3 was really tricky. So I remember getting off to a good start was actually quite difficult. And then you had a couple of par fives that played downwind. I don't know what the wind's going to be like there. Um, but yeah, I remember the par fives are the ones that you're trying to score on, and the start being difficult. Yeah, I mean, again, it can change, and obviously it can play downwind. But just through my previous experience, um, and how exposed it is as well, if the wind does kick up, then I remember that being the probably the advice. But doesn't mean to say that you need to play the middle part of the round well as well, don't you? Okay, cool. Cheers. Thanks so much.